Hello, everybody. It's Melanie again. Stamp with Melanie. I really hope I've got it right this time. I was supposed to be over on YouTube because of some of the things that Facebook is doing now. I prefer to be over on YouTube, but I just couldn't get the orientation right. It does look like we're good here now, so let's get going. So last week over on YouTube, when I'm in my live, I mentioned that I was going to go live a couple of times this week, one to look at retiring products and one to look at the new InColors. Well, be that as it may, yesterday when I started to go through the retiring products list, I realized that really wasn't a very good idea anymore. Stampin' Up! Has so many sources of products, meaning some are in online exclusives, some are in the kids collection, some are in the scrapbooking brochure, some are in the annual catalog, some are in the spring mini that expires at the end of this month, and even some are now retired from the fall mini, the holiday mini, that weren't retired in the initial batch or weren't added to the last chance list with the initial batch. So I started to mark up my books like I always do, to go through them with you and say, okay, look, see here, this stamp set, say, hey, was $17 and is now $15.30. So I started to go through and mark everything that way. Poised Peonies was $21. It's moving to last chance at $18.90. You know, we've done this for a couple of years now. This whole suite is retiring, different prices for different items. And then after that, I started to go through the spring mini, and it was the same thing. And then I started to go through the fall mini, and things that didn't retire originally are now retiring. And it was like overwhelming. And then I had I started a list of things that were from online exclusives that were starting to retire or starting to move to last chance. And I thought, this is crazy. I'm going to make myself nuts, and I'm going to make anybody that tries to follow along with what I'm presenting, I'll make you nuts too. So instead of doing all of this, I decided that I would instead show you how to find the last chance products yourself so that you can go check them out. And I wanted to let you know the way they are organized in the last chance products section is they are organized by release. So when you go there, the first thing you'll see are the latest things to have been released. So there are some scrapbooking products, I believe, the way it starts. And then it goes to those designer series papers that were a reissue that happened like in December or something like that. And then it starts into the spring mini, and it goes through those items. And then it goes into online exclusives, and then it goes into the annual catalog, and you get the picture. It just keeps going backwards until at the end are the items that were released the longest time ago. So when you go through this, don't stop. Don't stop when you get to the holiday mini, because there are things behind there that weren't on the last chance list maybe the last time. Or if you've never been there, this will be a good chance for you to look through everything. A lot of the items are reduced in price. A lot of the items are not reduced in price. If there's something that you like, check the price, because from time to time, Stampin' Up! Will go in and reduce the prices if the products aren't moving fast enough for them. So anyhow, when you go into StampinUp.com, at the top it'll tell you who you're shopping with. And then on this second bar, you can select menu, what's new, specials, blog, and join. If you select specials, it'll come down to the next screen where you'll be able to select bundled savings or last chance products. So it's specials and last chance products, and then you'll find them all there. And if you want to go to my online store and view them through there, this is the link to that. And that's a shortcut link so you don't have to type out the whole thing all over again. All right. Meantime, I did get my small pre-order that I placed earlier today. And so I wanted to show you some of the products that I got. First of all, here's the catalog itself. If you don't have a catalog and no one is sending one to you, by all means, leave a comment on this post and I will reach out to you for your contact information and I will happily send a catalog to you. I didn't mail any this time because everything is so much online, but I know I really like having a catalog in my hand, and if you feel the same, let me know. I'll gladly send you a catalog. So the first thing that we're going to look at is the new InColors, and I'm going to have to cheat because I don't even know all their names yet. So let's start with the Stampin' Right markers because they have the names of the colors on them. And then I have a few stamp sets and some paper to show you as well. Okay. So this one I know is my favorite. It's a returning InColor, and this is called Strawberry Slush. We had this, I think it was 2017 or 2018, something like that. And I still have my original ink pad from then, except for it was dried up. So I was very happy to see this color come back. It's always been one of my favorites. And this is the Stampin' Right marker for that. And then also in Strawberry Slush, there's the cardstock. And then I'm going to grab a stamp and put it on a block real quick. This stamp is from a new stamp set called Beautiful Motifs. And we'll look at, well, goodness, a little avalanche. We'll look at that in more detail when we get a little further on. All right. So Strawberry Slush. I just think that's a really pretty pink color. Okay. Next up is the Problem Child, and the Problem Child is called Cloud Cover. What I mean by Problem Child is that Stampin' Up! Has found out that the ink in the ink pad doesn't hold the color. It changes over time, so they pulled the ink pad. Now, those of you that have been around for a while probably remember Purple Posy that we had the same problem with, and we never did get that as a stamp pad, and I have a feeling this might be the same. Here's Purple Posy, and you can see it's the same kind of light type of color, so we'll see what happens, but it's a beautiful color. It's called, again, it's called Cloud Cover, and it, even if it isn't available in the stamp pad, it will be available in the blends and the cardstock and the Stampin' Right markers. And there's that one. It's a piece of cardstock. All right, next is another favorite, and it's called Timid Tiger. It's an orange. I love orange. So there's what it looks like. And we've needed a bright, vibrant orange for a while, so this is good to have. And there's its cardstock. And a little stamp. That looks good. Okay, and again, this is Timid Tiger. Now let's grab another piece of cardstock. Okay, next up is this yellow that's called Darling Duckling. Darling Duckling. It's not as dark or as, I don't know. Wild Wheat was a little weird, I think, but it looked an awful lot like a gold. And it kind of grew on you after a while. But this is Darling Duckling. And that's what that looks like. Is it Darling? Yeah, Darling Duckling. Okay. And then finally, last but not least, is the very pretty Secret Sea. This is a really dark color. It's not black. It's like a really, really dark blue-gray. Here is its piece of cardstock. And here's how it stamps. Now, I don't have the blends yet because they weren't offered to us as part of the pre-order. But this is what I do have in the new InColors. And here they are all laid out. Okay, so it's Strawberry Slush. And then this one is Cloud Cover. This one is Timid Tiger. Darling Duckling. And Secret Sea. So these are the new guys we'll have for the next couple of years. All right, now let me show you some of the new stamps, papers, etc. that I've got. I didn't get a whole lot because demonstrators have a sales challenge for the month of April, and so I wanted to save some things to get during April. I'm also going to offer a sales special to you guys, and I'll probably announce the details around that next week. Okay, let's get this out of here. So first up is a suite, and there's a lot of pieces to it. I'm pretty sure this ribbon goes with that. Let me just check real quick. This is quite beautiful. And I could be wrong. Yep. Okay. This goes with something else. So, in this suite, we have 2 stamp sets, a designer series paper, a ribbon, an embossing folder, and this embellishment. And so let's take a closer look. The, the suite is called, I think it's called Gallery Blooms. You're going to have to give me a little time to get used to this new catalog because it just came today. Beautiful Gallery Suite Collection. All right, and so here is, where'd that embossing folder go? Oh, here it is. Okay, it's called Damask Designs. And it's not a 3D, so it won't have the deeper images, but it's still a nice one. All right, and then we have 2 stamp sets. One is Gallery Bloom, so it's those flowers. And then the dies, where do you see these dies? So here you have the floral, but then look, a nice frame in 2 different sizes. Awesome, just awesome. So that's that one. The other stamp set is Beautiful Motifs. So it has a couple of designs and then some greetings. And here are the dies for it. So they're not like actually, you know, they would go along with these as maybe a background item or something. So gallery blooms, if you want to die cut the stamped image, and then beautiful motifs if you want to die cut background images or solid colored images. Then this designer series paper, well, here's the ribbon. This is a basic beige ribbon that I can see getting a lot of use. And here are the embellishments. But the star to this show is this designer series paper. Holy cow, you guys. This is really, really amazing. So I'm going to take it on. Well, here's the first sheet. You can frame that just as it is because it's beautiful. And then the other side of it looks like that. So it's kind of like Victorian. And then here is a front. And then here's the back of that one. And then, again, you could color these any way you wanted to. And it would be really pretty. Okay, here's the front. And then the reverse side. Here's a front. Super pretty. Would look really pretty framed. And then here's the back. And here's another. That would make beautiful holiday cards, wouldn't it? I think it would. And then here's the back of this one. And there's another. These really look like paintings. There's the back. Okay, then we have this one. Oop. Sorry, I almost sent my paper flying. And here's the back. Oh, we already looked at that one. All right, here's this one. And the back. No, I think we're almost to the end. Let's see. Okay, here's another one. That's kind of abstract. And there's the back. I really like that side. Another one will be great for framing. That one. And there's the back. And then here's this one. This one I love, I love, I love. Would love to frame that. And then here's the back of that. Then we have this one. And there's the back. And then finally, this one. And there's the back. So I could see getting a set of frames and framing like 3 or 4 of these and having them hanging up as a grouping. They're really pretty. Then there's some more paper. I'm pretty sure. Hang on. No. The other paper, I guess, does not go with this one. No. Okay. So that's all of the gallery. Beautiful gallery suite collection. Next, this is a sweet little set from the online exclusives, and it's called Cheers and Sips. So the stamp set is a little cocktail glasses with, you know, strawberries, ice cubes, lemons, things that you'd put in your drink. And it's your little skewer things. It's a photopolymer set. To us, it's your day. Let's celebrate. Coordinating dies. The dies will cut out also some of the images in the DSP. The DSP is so fun. I know there's a scrapbooking suite that's coming out that coordinates with this set as well. So there's the back of that first piece of paper. Here's the front again. Oops, I'm so sorry. Then here's the second piece. And this paper is a lot of the InColors, the new InColors. But it's a lot of bright summer colors. Here's a great piece. Lots of bright color. And then the back is that. More glassware that can be die cut, along with the garnishes. And then here's the back of this one. Fun. Here are some garnishes. And the back, that's a really dark piece. That's that Secret Sea. Then we have this one. And there's the back, and that's the Timid Tiger. And I think there's one more. Come on, fingers. Nope, that's it. All right. So next up is another super cute little bundle. Fun that you can do a lot of stuff with. This one also is an online exclusive, and it's called Pop and Buy. And it's all about the popcorn. Popping in to say hello. No one's better than you. Enjoy and pop. This one is a cling set, so it's red rubber. And then, sorry for not having the dies. Already unwrapped. Here's the dies for this one. So it's like a little movie clip. A little popcorn on sitting on something. Movie viewing glasses. And then here's your popcorns. And shoes. So cute. Maybe those aren't shoes. Maybe they're kernels. I don't know. They're cute. Oh, yeah. Probably shoes for the popcorn container, huh? I'll bet. Okay. I have another stamp set to show you. This one is just greetings and sentiments, and I really liked it a lot, so I added that to my first order. We always need sentiment sets, I think. Then I have some other embellishments I'm going to show you. This one is called holographic resin dots. So they're going to pick up a lot of different colors. These are the dots for the new InColors. Let me open this one. Here, let me put this up here closer so you can see that a little better. And then here are the InColor dots. They're also holographic or iridescent. It's another set of little embossing folders. Glass and Gardens. So I'm assuming that this goes with the Sips set. But there's flowers, and then there's like pattern for glassware. You can, hang on a second, let's do this. There, you can probably see that better now, hopefully. Okay, and then I have two more packs of paper to show you. So one, oh, and a ribbon. This ribbon is, it's called Gold Striped, and that's what it is. It's very sheer, but it has 4 lines of gold through there. I could see adding color to it. It's really pretty ribbon. I thought the last catalog was lacking in ribbon choices, And this one I think is better. When you see your new catalogs, you will see that there's a lot of designer series paper that's carrying over, which is, to me, I mean, last year we had a couple, but this time I think it's like 8. And I don't know if this is something Stampin' Up's going to continue to do, but I welcome it. Okay, so these are embossed foils, and it's called Flower Garden Foils. Oh, so this goes with these embossing folders. I can tell that the patterns are matching. So we have like a silver, and then a rosy, maybe strawberry slush foil. Let's see if it says. Cloud cover, pretty in pink, and strawberry slush. So this would be the cloud cover. This would be probably the pretty in pink, and then this is the strawberry slush. Those are really pretty. And you get one sheet of each of the embossed patterns in your cards, in your foiled cardstock. All right, and that's called Flower Garden Foils. Then last but not least is the designer series paper that's featuring all of the new InColors. So let's just pull it all out. Well, I guess that's not going to work. Probably because I didn't open it right. Okay, first one. Now the colors that are in here are Bubble Bath. So that's going to be that one. Cloud Cover, which is probably this. Darling Duckling, which we know is the yellow. Garden Green. So this is Garden Green. Now this is Granny Apple Green. This is Garden Green. Peach Pie. So that's Petunia Pop, which is going to be the centers of, or these flowers up here. Pretty in Pink, which is, I don't see it on this one. Strawberry Slush, which would be that. Summer Splash. It's going to be this. And then Timid Tiger, which is probably that darker orange in there. Now let's look at the rest of these. Okay, there. That's going to be the Secret Sky. And here's the next one. There's one pack of paper that seems like every new catalog that features mainly the new InColors, and this would be it. And I like these flowers. This is a pretty piece of paper. And then there's the back. And then here's another one that's focused more on the blues and the greens. And then the back of it. That's pretty too. Okay, then this one. Oh, I like that one. And then there's the other side. There's that one. And there's the other side. That's going to be your cloud cover. Last is this one. And then there is the back. So that's it. This is all I got for my haul this time, but I'm good to go with new InColors, and I can start working on my swaps now. As a reminder, if you want to see all of the last chance products, you go to StampinUp.com, select specials, and then in the drop-down select last chance products. And if you'd like a copy of the new catalog, drop me a message. Don't post a comment on Facebook or YouTube, but send me a private message, and I will get that out to you. All right, everybody, thanks for watching, and I hope you're getting inspired and excited for the new catalog. And I'll see you next week. Have a good weekend. Bye now.